The Empathic Oracle by Steve Wilson and Michelle Motuzas. Introduction. In times past, there were those who could sense the changing of seasons, who knew where the deer were grazing, and who even had their hand on the pulse of the emotions of their community or tribe. Trained in the perceptions of their five senses, sight, touch, smell, taste, and sound, they would soon come to learn the energy of the moment. There always seemed to be one who would stand out with a sixth sense, one that went beyond the bounds of normal human experience, the empath, a person who experiences the energetic emitting of thought, emotion, moment, weather, and at times seemingly to be able to connect and communicate with trees, plants, animals, and unseen forces. All this because of openness, or maybe a lack of filtering, that engulfs the empath with all of the subtleties of the life force and the energetic choices of their surroundings. It is not hard to see that for some, this could be turned into a very useful skill for self and the community. Living as empaths in this day and age, experiencing a world of emotional bombardment from those around us, and the constant influx of energetic messages from the media and worldly events, can be a much more difficult experience than in the times past. Why the Empathic Oracle? We have learned that a skilled empath is an empowered empath, and from this power place of emotional wisdom, like in the days of old, life takes on an entirely different meaning. There are those who are victims of life, and there are those who are experiencers of life. We believe that choosing to experience and learn the mechanics of your empathic abilities will soon empower you in the knowing of yourself, the ways of energy, and of your path in this lifetime. Take back your empathic power and let it guide you as it lights your way. Chapter 1. What is an empath? Empath is a noun. Empath, plural noun empaths, chiefly in science fiction. It's a person with a paranormal ability to apprehend the mental or emotional state of another individual. Second meaning, a person who is capable of feeling the emotions of others despite the fact that they themselves are not going through the same situation. We search for the meaning of what it is to be an empath. The modern definition depicts a person writhing in pain, overcome by the emotional projections of all that surrounds them. A cursed creature with no choice but to live a life of emotional servitude to that which is felt as negative. A label that keeps us stuck and motionless in the onslaught of everything we are perceiving and feeling. What if we dig deeper into what an empath is actually feeling and discover a benefit to this perceived malady and uncover the gift that it truly is? Signs that you are an empath. Do you have a knowing that goes beyond intuition or gut feeling? Number 2, experience the physical symptoms of others. 3, have the ability to read people, i.e., know what mood a person is in before they even speak. 4, have a love of nature and animals that started from an early age. Do you find solace in nature and get filled up by spending time alone there? Number 5, do you have the tendency to get overwhelmed by crowds, violent movies, or television shows, or anything showing cruelty? 6, do you have trouble distinguishing the energy of others and the energy of self? 7, do you gravitate towards trying to protect yourself from another's energy and the energy of situations by turning to food, shopping, sex, nicotine, or drugs? Are you, number 1, creative? 2, affected by your environment? 3, a magnet for others to unload their problems on, even strangers? There are, of course, many more signs that you are an empath, and only you will know the answer to these questions. If you do identify as an empath, you have so much to learn and get from these cards. Read on to learn more about this amazing gift and how to identify the challenges you may have as an empath, and how to identify energy, how to move it, and how to be of service. Some terms we use in this book. 1, intention. To consciously project out a defined thought or feeling. 2, energy. Called by many names: chi, prana, Holy Spirit, wind horse. It is considered a life force that flows through us and by our intention leaves our system according to the truths within us. This is experienced by the empath through the 4 energy bodies: the mind, spirit, body, and emotion. 3, 4 energy bodies: mind, emotion, spirit, and physical. A, the mind. Our thoughts, mental energy, judgments, and projections. It is in this body that we process thoughts, solve problems, and create judgments and labels of our experiences and of others. B, emotion. Defined as our nervous system. Our hormones are a bridge between the mental and the physical. When we process our thoughts, we experience the resulting emotions in our physical body. C, spirit. Spirit is our connection to all things, from the earth to what we imagine the divine to be, and our own higher self. A bridge to the all that is. D, physical. All of the carbon-based parts of us: skin, bones, organs, blood. This is how we physically experience our journey in the world. Chakra systems. These are the center of energy that interacts with the physiological and neurological systems of the body. To an empath, they are experienced as a barometer to energetic truths, which either let energy pass through or become blocked. Herein lays a clue in how we have progressed in our spiritual path. When the chakras are balanced and open, we experience a flow of love and bliss. When they are blocked, we attract lessons to illuminate that which we need to heal energetically. Chapter 2: The Tools of an Empath. The greatest tool of an empath is in their ability to feel the energetic truth of every moment. We ask ourselves, what am I feeling? Is it me or someone else? Or is it just random feelings on the wind? Bottom line, it doesn't matter because you're still feeling it. Herein lies the problem. You are still feeling it. And seemingly, there is no way out of this. These feelings can become overwhelming until the empath becomes aware that there are options. The most empowered option, because energy flows intention, is learning the impact of our intentions. Until this is learned, there are many sacred and time-honored practices and rituals that can be utilized. Not all will be right for everybody. If something you read here feels right or resonates with you, there are many resources to go deeper into understanding and utilizing these tools. These tools can be classified into two categories. Number one, physical tools, and number two, intention or driven tools. Physical tools. Stones. Energetically give us a remembrance of our connection to the earth. Simply hold one in your hand. Simply holding one in your hand can help you to focus or let go as a grounding process. Crystals. Energetically become a focus of the different colors of light. They are useful in cleansing of the chakra systems. Different crystals emit different vibrational ranges, which affect our body's energy flow. Smudging. A ritual that is performed to cleanse the negative energies from self, object, or space. This ancient practice utilizes sacred herbs, sometimes burned in an abalone shell or other appropriate container. It can also be bundled together as a smudge stick and burned. The smoke gathers the denser energies and ascends it away from the intended object, person, or space, creating an energetic openness for higher vibrations to come in. Feathers. Useful in fanning away denser energies. Many cultures use feathers in the belief that since birds can fly, so can their feathers release the heaviness that is around us. Amulets and talismans. Crafted from stone, gems, and sacred symbols, these are imbued with an intention of protection that can be felt in the energy they embody. Intention-driven tools. Grounding. A practice of intention that connects our physical self with the earth so that the energies that flow through us will find a channel to move energies and emotions from your physical being into the earth. Here is one way that we have found helpful to people just learning grounding techniques. How to ground. Visualize 2 red balls about 2 feet below the soles of your feet. In your mind's eye, see beams of pure white light from Creator coming in through the crown or top of your head. Visualize and feel this light coming down through your crown, past your throat, down into your heart region. Next, feel it travel through your solar plexus, belly, hips, down past your knees, and out the bottoms of your feet to connect with the red balls. Now reverse this visualization, feeling the white light from the red balls travel up through the soles of your feet, past your knees, hips, belly, again to your heart, throat, and out the top of your head. You should feel the bottoms of your feet tingling. This not only helps prepare you to do a reading, but this technique can be used throughout your day whenever you feel a need to ground out stuck emotions or feelings. Shielding. consciously projecting a barrier which prevents all negativity from entering our physical bodies. Examples: visualization of a mirrored sphere around your body, which reflects back all negative thoughts and intentions from others, but is permeable to allow good vibrations in. Other times, a visualization of a simple brick or lead wall will do the trick. Manifestation. Through intention, thought, and spiritual energy, combine to bring about a desired outcome. Manifestation works with objects and situations. It is unethical to use manifestation against another person. Always remember that we are all endowed with free will. Surrender. The act of letting go of all preconceived ideas of how a situation should unfold. Witnessing. The act of observing all experiences within the four bodies of mind, body, spirit, and emotions without attachment to judgment or labels of the experienced energetic moment. Focus. To consciously affix one's energetic experience to one finite purpose. Most times in the utilization of a mantra as a focal point to bring one's mind to a place of nothing but that which it is focused upon. Prayer. The practice of invocation which seeks to activate a rapport with a higher deity for healing or help. Cutting cords. The practice of cutting cords is an essential one for empaths. As we interact on a daily basis with people, be they friends, family, lovers, children, or strangers, energetic cords develop between you and everyone else. These cords have the ability to share and exchange energy. This is one of the reasons we feel connected to our partners and other people we care for deeply. Unhealthy cords can continually sap your energy. To prevent this, a good practice is to envision the stream of light as a cord between you and another person. Visualize that cord being cut in two. This release allows each of you to become autonomous in the experience of each's own personal energy. As you can see, there are many useful tools to help you as an empath to change or to lessen the experiences of overwhelming energetic heaviness. As you progress on your road in learning your strength, these tools will begin to teach you that your true power lies within. Is it the tool or the craftsman that creates the masterpiece? Through your experience, only you can decide. We hope that these cards will create an opening where you can discover the gift of you to yourself and to the world in the embracing of your empathic blessing. But the greatest tool of an empath is their ability to feel the energetic connection of every moment. With the help of this book and these cards, you can begin your journey to learn to discern the meaning of each energetic moment. When an empath realizes the energy of a moment comes first and the reaction to the energy second, from a need to control or feel safe, an opportunity arises to discover why you are reacting the way you are and to purposefully affect a change in the moment. Moments will build up moments to ultimately change your life. Your chakra centers are barometers to how your reactions to energy are experienced. They are open, neutral, or closed. This is seldom a conscious choice. It is dependent on where one is in the evolutionary scale of feeling. We learn that energy, which we experience as life force, can be open, which is when life forces are allowed to flow in and out according to your core truths. The energy can be neutral, which is when your life force is stagnant and unable to move on to something new. Or the energy can be closed, resistant to outside energy, and holding one's life force in a sealed state. Having your chakras open is the optimal state. This is the goal, but for an empath, this openness to all energetic experience oftentimes becomes overwhelming. Closing your chakras may seem like the better alternative, but the problem is that closed or neutral chakras do not lend themselves to a life rich in opportunities or experience. This is where the wisdom of feeling resides and teaches its truth. Chapter 3: How to Use the Empathic Oracle Cards. These cards offer the opportunity to discover where you are on the journey of empowerment to becoming a fully actualized empath. You will also be able to see where there is room for growth. Some examples of energies or beliefs that hinder our soul's growth are: am I reacting to external projections? Do I still have internal emotional wounds that drive my choices or limit them because of fear? Have I gone neutral because of past traumas that are in no way applicable to the here and now? There are ways to clear this energy and ways to work with it. The Empathic Oracle can help identify the lessons that are unfolding in your life for a reason. The energy of these lessons can always be changed to a strength. But how? In your journey forward, each card acts as a visual to select an energy. Each card is a clue to the feeling of the moment. Each card is a teacher of the feeling of the possibilities. And mostly, each card is a friend who, with you and your feelings, will help you regain the powerful gift of what energetic feeling is meant to be. We developed these cards with a three-pronged approach. First, meditation. At the top of each card's page is the guide. You will find a quote relating to the energetic truth that the card represents. Choose a card a day to meditate on, or use a card to set an intention. Second, teaching. The body of the page is dedicated to a definition or teaching of what that particular energy is, how it is felt, and what its purpose is. Third, divination. At the bottom of the page, you will find a divination message of meaning for the energy of each card. As with any deck of oracle cards or other forms of divination, please use your intuition and do not feel that the meaning is set in stone. It is a springboard for you to jump from using all the tools in your toolbox. Meditation. Find a point in your day that you can put some time aside when you will not be disturbed. For many, this is early morning before anyone else in the household wakes up, or in the evening before going to bed. If you choose to use your morning to use these cards, this will give you an excellent opportunity to set your intention for the day. Simply ground yourself in your preferred way. If you are unfamiliar with grounding techniques, we have included our way of grounding in Chapter 2, Tools. Otherwise, you can find many different ways of grounding your energy on the internet. Shuffle the cards and randomly choose one. There is no right or wrong in this. Whichever card you choose, it is the perfect one for you at this moment. It is funny how the right card shows up at the right moment. Sit with the card, read the quote in this guide relating to the card. How does it make you feel? Does your belly get tight? Do you feel your heart opening or closing? Pay attention to the feelings in your body. Please do not label or judge what you are feeling. Self-judgment or criticism has no place in your growth as an empath. Allow the energy of the card to fill you up. Notice where and when you feel blocks, filters, or judgments kicking in. What is that voice in your head saying to you about this? Let this be your intention for the day. The evening is a perfect time to meditate as you drift off to sleep. You will be surprised at the dreams you experience once you give yourself permission to feel, not judge, and explore your empathic gifts. As mentioned earlier, ground yourself, get comfortable, and shuffle the cards. Randomly choose a card. If one happens to jump out of the deck as you are shuffling, all the better. Pay attention to this card. Read the quote. Delve into the description if you want. Lie back and empty your mind of all of the day's activities, frustrations, and questions. Focus on the image on the card and the feeling that the quote brought out in your body. Give yourself permission to go wherever your higher self wants to take you. Teaching. A fun way to use these cards are as a sort of empathic flashcards. Choose cards at random or go in order to sit with. Read about and delve into how that particular energy manifests in your experience and life. Journaling is an excellent way of assisting you in this. You will notice that the cards have been grouped in 3 distinct categories. Number 1, tools. These are energetic tools to assist you with navigating different situations. Some of them take time to master. Some may be familiar, while some may be brand new. Keep practicing. 2, external. These are the energies that come from outside your 4 energy bodies. These can be the most difficult ones to experience. You have no control over them. What you will learn is how to control your reactions, judgments, and labeling of them. This seemingly subtle shift in perception will make huge changes in how you experience life going forward. 3, internal. These are the energies that come from you. These are the product of your labeling, your past judgments, and your reactions. Master these, and you will truly understand your gift of being an empath. As you start to develop a practice of learning and meditating on empathic, energetic experiences with this deck, you cannot help but take notice of all the different ways you are given to experience the energies that we talk about. At first, you might find yourself reacting to and experiencing the energies in the same old ways of protection, avoidance, or you may continue to become overwhelmed. Don't worry, this is normal. Do not beat yourself up or give up. It can take a while to integrate what you are learning and you are in the process of changing years of beliefs and behaviors. As an oracle deck or divination, you may be familiar with or have experience with oracle cards and other types of divination decks, such as tarot. If you do, then you don't need this section. If you are not experienced or familiar, we have given some easy to follow instructions to get you started using this deck as a divination tool. Why divination? Divination is an attempt to gain insight into a question or situation with a tool such as a diving rod, runes, cards, etc. As you begin this self-empowering journey into your empathic abilities, there may be a mountain of unease that comes with exploring this new territory. Feeling off-balanced and frightened is normal. We are asking you to look at your energetic life experiences very differently than how society asks you to. There are times when getting validation that you are on the right path and that everything is going to be okay is felt as a need. Normal, in fact. Most people feel this all the time. Rest assured that as you grow into your empathic abilities and gifts, you will be able to rely on your own experience of energy. You will be able to feel and know where you are at any given time. It seems a little counterintuitive, but our goal is to have you not need these cards. In the meantime, we have added a message for divination at the end of each card page in the book. How to do a reading. There is no right or wrong way to do an oracle card reading. It is a very personal and intuitive process. First, become familiar with your cards. Hold them, look at them, feel them, become one with them. How do they feel to you? Comforting? Energized? Uneasy? Connect with them. Shuffle the cards when you are ready to start the reading. If you are doing this reading for yourself, think of the subject matter you want to explore. If you have a specific question, concentrate on that. If you are doing this for someone else, have them shuffle the cards. You will know when to stop the shuffle. The person who is shuffling may hear an inner voice say, "Now," or "Stop," or "Here," or they just may have an inner knowing. Lay out the cards. Arrange your cards in the layout you have decided on. The following section will have some sample layouts and ideas for creating your own. Take some time to scan the cards that have been chosen. Get comfortable. If you are able to, go deep inside and access your intuition and listen to what your body and spirit are saying about the cards you chose. How do they make you feel? What memories are they nudging to the forefront of your mind? While the image of each card differs, you need to also take the whole of the cards that are drawn together. This is additionally a time when you want to empty your mind of any preconceived ideas regarding what the card should say. Let the images enter your subconscious. Let them speak to you. If any of the images we have used have a specific different meaning than what is written in the book, let that enter into the reading. This is part of the intuitive process. Read the cards. Start with the first card in the layout and find the definition in this book. The cards are designed to be both read on their own and in conjunction with the cards surrounding them. This may seem daunting at first, but as you become familiar with the cards, their meanings and different layouts, this will become more and more effortless to you. If you have ever driven a car with a manual transmission, it is a lot like that. Remember when you had to really think and say to yourself, clutch, shift, clutch, gas. After a while, you didn't have to think about that anymore. It became automatic. This isn't a one-size-fits-all process. These cards are meant to facilitate a conversation. They will assist you in seeing the truth to the energy surrounding the situation that is being inquired about. Summarize. At the end of the reading, after going through the cards in the layout, you can summarize. This is basically bringing all the aspects of each card together to tell a story, the story you most need to hear right now. Oracle card layouts. There are numerous layouts you can use for an oracle card reading. They can be simple or as complex as you like. Many of the traditional tarot card layouts, such as the Celtic Cross, the Mandala spread, and the Tree of Life spread, work amazingly well with oracle cards. One card layout, snapshot of the moment spread. This is an easy and fast reading that can actually be pretty complex. It will make you think deeply about a question that you perhaps thought a little about needing a yes or no answer. You would receive more information than that with this layout. Simply shuffle the cards as directed and choose the first card on the top of the deck. You can add to the complexity by looking at the last card in the deck, the bottom of the deck, to determine the foundation of the question being asked. This can be done for all layouts. 3-card layout, the timeline spread. This is another simple and fast layout. Traditionally, the cards are shuffled and placed from left to right. The far left card indicates the past energies that brought you here. The middle card, the present energies you are dealing with now. And the card on the right represents the future energies that, if continued on this path, you are most likely to encounter. 5-card spread. How did I get here? A 5-card spread will give you a little more depth in the answers it offers. As the spreads above, shuffle the cards and lay them out in a line from left to right. Card 1 represents the relevant past energies. Card 2 represents the energies surrounding the situation right now. Card 3 indicates possible hidden energies affecting the situation. Card 4 indicates possible energetic action to take for the highest possible outcome. Card 5 represents the most likely outcome. Notes on interpretations. There are a few things we would like to note about reading with the Empathic Oracle deck. Unlike tarot cards, there are no reversal meanings. These cards are a bit more straightforward. The clearer you are with your question, the clearer the cards will be. If, while shuffling, a card seems to jump out of the deck, take it and put it to the side. This is an indication that the energy in the card has a place in the reading, but more of a general place in the overall theme, rather than a specific meaning. Ask the right questions. Ask a yes or no question. Asking a yes or no question severely limits the information you will be able to glean from these cards. The answers you get are not set in stone. Use them as a tool to clarify the feelings and challenges you are facing. Many times we are given what we need to know, not necessarily what we want to know. Remember that at the end of the day, we all have free choice. What you see in a reading depends on the choices of all involved. It's a snapshot of the moment, an energetic snapshot, but one that can change course depending on the energy involved, a change or healing, and the choices made. We have divided the cards into 3 sections. First are tools, which are the energies that you as an empath can use to process the different emotions that are in your life. 2 are external energies that are outside of your 4 energy bodies, which make up your mind, your physical, your emotional, and spirit. While out of your control, these external energies are what most empaths feel drained and overwhelmed with. The cards will give you solid information on how to navigate these energies. Finally, internal are the energies that are coming from you, whether they feel like it or not. They are either based in your unconscious, the product of past experiences, or reactions to situations and people.